Ladies, we are here tonight on the show, and tonight we're going to talk about sports, man. We got some stuff gonna go around, man. Talking about NFL, some football, some NBA stuff. Mostly, probably, maybe we'll get some baseball stuff. We'll see, man. Um, So one of the things going around is that the Raiders and the Colts, they're looking at potentially quarterbacks. The Colts don't really have a quarterback right now, right? They released Matt Ryan. They don't really have. I think they still have Nick Foles and Sam Erlington, but neither of those guys are probably the answer. So they're probably gonna go get one, and they're trying to figure out what they want to do. They're actually in the uh, they're trying to figure out, do we go trade? I think they're the fourth seed, or they have the fourth spot. So either Will Levis or Anthony Richardson. Most likely, CJ Stroud's going to be the number one to Carolina, and Bryce Young to Houston at 2. So then I think Arizona's 3. So they would be at 4. So they have a great chance to either get it looks like they're going to get Will Levis. There were talks about them getting Lamar Jackson, but because of the injuries, I think they prefer to go the safer route with Will Levis. So it looks like the Colts are penciling for Will Levis at 4, and obviously Carolina with CJ Stroud at 1, and Houston with Bryce Young at 2. It looks like those are the top 3 quarterbacks going in the round. But then the Raiders, obviously they got rid of Derek Carr. He went to the New Orleans Saints, and now they got Jimmy Garoppolo from San Francisco. But they are apparently interested in also trading up for a quarterback. They won that Florida quarterback, Anthony Richardson. They might have to trade up to get him. So there's been a lot of talks about the Raiders considering trading up in the draft to getting Anthony Richardson. They could possibly trade all the way up to 3 with Arizona, maybe. Because I think they're aware that the Colts at 4 could take Anthony Richardson instead of Will Levis. So a lot of talk right now being around, could the Raiders trade up ahead of the Colts to make sure they can get Anthony Richardson, and so the Colts don't get him. Although the Colts appear to be more favorite to draft Will Levis. But yeah, a lot of stuff like that being talked about. The draft, I believe, is coming up in a few weeks. So a bunch of talk about it, man. Teams are trying to decide their quarterbacks. So we'll see what happens, man. Bit more stuff being talked about tonight, man. So there's a lawsuit has been filed. Former Cardinals executive Terry McDonough filed an arbitration claim today to Roger Goodell against Cardinals owner Michael Bidwell, alleging cheating, discrimination, and harassment. Bidwell will said the claims are baseless. So pretty much about cheating. Oh man, this is not good for the Arizona Cardinals because they just got voted the worst, having the worst facility out of all the NFL teams, and now they're getting allegations of potentially cheating as well. Jesus Christ, man, not a good look for the Arizona Cardinals. They better hope it's not true at all, man. Jesus Christ, it doesn't say specifically what do they mean by cheating. It just says cheating. So we'll see what that means, man. And then the Raiders make a lot of noise. Like I said, a lot of rumors about them potentially moving up in the draft to draft Anthony Richardson. More news. They hired former New England Patriots wide receiver Danny Amendola to be their new assistant coach. He's basically going to be Josh McDaniels' right-hand man, pretty much. He's basically going to be his right-hand man. Obviously, former Patriot Josh McDaniels, former offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels is the head coach, and former executive in New England, Dave Ziegler, is the general manager. Obviously, Jimmy Garoppolo is also a former Patriot. So a bunch of Patriots in the Raiders now, man. Jesus Christ. A bunch of Patriots. Brendan Hoyer also a former Patriot. He's the backup quarterback to Jimmy Garoppolo. So all they get what they need Tom Brady. Jesus Christ. Sell the team to Robert Kraft. Holy cow. So what Boston College wide receiver Zay Flowers is scheduled to visit with the Patriots. He's starting to take visits, man. A lot of players right before the draft starting to visit some teams. Let's see here, man. More stuff. No, I think yesterday, Jalen Carter, he visited the Eagles and the Bears. Miles Murphy, he's visiting some teams too. So yeah, a lot of teams are starting to visit the facilities of teams that could potentially draft them. Let's move along with the news. Portland Trailblazers getting some Mexican player to go play for them. Justin Manija from Mexico. That's pretty interesting. He averaged 17 points, shot 40% from 3-point. Interesting this late in the year they get a Mexican player. All right, let's move along. Let's move along. Let's see here. Let's move along here tonight on a freaking Tuesday, man. Another thing that was talked about was Jordan Poole potentially getting traded in the summer. So supposedly they're saying that Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and even coach Steve Kerr are tired of Jordan Poole. He's not that mature. It's not really off the court. It's more on the court, like just making mistakes. So they're saying that do not be surprised if the Warriors move on from Jordan Poole this summer and try to maybe get a more of a veteran presence. That's pretty surprising. So a lot of people think that Jordan Poole is going to be like the replacement eventually of Steph Curry, but that might not be the case anymore. As a report came out, I believe yesterday, I forgot who it was that said, do not be surprised if the Warriors trade Jordan Poole this offseason due to frustration by Curry, Thompson, and Draymond Green, and even coach Steve Kerr. Last year, if you saw like towards the end, his minutes got limited in the playoffs, right? He didn't play as much in the beginning in that Denver series, and then Memphis, and then Dallas, and then obviously the finals, Boston. As they moved along in the playoffs, he would play less minutes. Let's see even this year, right? With Klay Thompson now playing much better now, year two after coming back from all those injuries. So he can even be more limited. But we'll see what happens. Something to keep an eye on, a potential Jordan Poole trade this summer for the Golden State Warriors. We'll see what happens. Let's see, man. A lot of controversial around the whole Iowa State LSU situation, because the president, the first lady, Jill Biden, invited not only LSU but also Iowa to the White House, and a lot of people are saying you never invite a win. How come you didn't invite the Eagles or the Celtics or the Phillies when they lost their championships, but now you want to invite this Iowa team? So a lot of people are criticizing the White House, and they're hoping they don't do this. It would be a better look. That, you know, a lot of people are saying racial stuff about it because the Iowa players are white, and then obviously Angel Reese is African American. I don't know. I mean, just a lot of stuff, a lot of controversy around that situation today after Joe White said that she would like to invite both LSU and Iowa. So I don't think it's going to happen after the backlash they got, but we'll see what happens. The Masters is coming up pretty soon. Jack Mickelson did make the cut, so congratulations to him. They asked Tiger Woods, how many more Masters do you have behind you? And he said, I don't really know. And Tiger Woods is still young. If he can stay healthy and out of trouble, he can play for a little bit more, man. So I think Tiger Woods might still have a few finals under him. Let's see here, man. So there is a salary spike in baseball 1 year after the lockout. The salary went up 11%, about $4.9 million. So good to know, man. Baseball in a better place now financially than last year. Obviously, last year they lost a little bit of money from the lockout. Not too many because no games were. They played all 162, yeah. But I don't know what happened, but it's up now 11%, almost $5 million from last year. So good to know, man. Let's see here, man. I think that might be about it, ladies and gentlemen. So a former basketball player, Darius Miles, pleaded not guilty in a shooting. He used to play basketball for the University of Alabama, and he pleaded not guilty. All right, we're not going to get too much into that stuff. I think we're done, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, holla.